Awkward Angels. It's another episode of Awkwardhousebae confessionals, and that's where I give you some of my lore. So in this episode, I wanted to keep it kind of light again, so I give you more of an entertaining story, although remember, it is me, so all of my stories are kind of a little bit weird and messed up, so yeah. Anyway, so I don't even know what age, you guys. Everything blends together, so sometimes I'll say age and it might be a few years off. I really don't know. When you're living a life that is just so reckless and you're using substance all the time, you're mentally ill, you're off medicine, on medicine, sometimes years, you don't remember years, but I'll say I was in my 20s, late 20s. It was before I met my husband. I had gotten Baker acted actually at this hospital where they had known me very, very, very well. I had probably been to this hospital like at least 15 times before, and actually the director of this hospital, we were on such of a friendly level. He referred to me as the prom queen of this hospital. I won't say the name, because everywhere I went in the hospital, everyone would be like, "Hi, Ashley, hi," and I'm like, "Hi." So I looked like the prom queen of the mental hospital. That's my claim to fame. But anyway, got Baker acted there, and I did not want to be there at all. And as soon as my Baker Act lifted, I told the psychiatrist that I didn't want to be there anymore, that I wanted to go home. And he was like, if you try to leave, I'll Baker act you so fast. Like, you're not leaving, you're not ready to leave. If you leave, something's gonna happen to you, so you can't leave. And I was really upset, and, I wasn't gonna take no for an answer. And I told you guys before how I had escaped from a mental hospital when I was a child by kind of faking a medical emergency. So I already kind of had that idea in the back of my head of, that could be an option. But, I couldn't really think of any way to make it seem like I was sick to get out of there. So, an idea came to me that if you fall and you hit your head in any of these facilities, they have to take you to the emergency room, because it could be like a lawsuit on them if you're really hurt. So they have to take you. So I had seen, it was just lucky, there was a little kitchen in this hospital where you could get snacks or drinks on the unit if you wanted, and there was a little sink in there and a water cooler thing, and someone spilled water on the floor, and that was just a golden opportunity that I saw to make it look natural. So I walked over there and I purposely picked something up because I wanted, to draw attention when I fell. So I just pretended to slip in the water. I threw whatever I had in my hand on the ground, and I was like, "Ow, my God, my head. I really hurt my head." I think they knew I was faking. I'm not that good of an actor at all. But I knew if I just said the things that I had to say, whether it was believable or not, that they would have to take me there to the hospital. And so I was acting like it really hurt, and the paramedics came and they did my blood pressure and everything and looked at my head, and they were like, "We don't really think you need to go anywhere, you seem like you're okay. And I was like, no, it really hurts, like I want to see a doctor. So they couldn't say no. So I think they were kind of on to me, so they sent a tech to go with me. And I feel really bad for this tech because I had known her and she was really nice to me and she was really cool and friendly and chill. And so I feel bad that I kind of did this to her, but we went to the hospital together and we're sitting in the waiting room, and I don't really know what I'm going to do now because I'm kind of panicking because I can't just run out and be nowhere, I have to have a ride. So I see that there is a phone by the security. So I say, I'm really just worried. I think I really hurt myself and I don't want to be alone. Can I please call my dad? And she was like, yeah, you can. And so I got up and I used the phone and I called my friend. This friend, rest in peace to him. That will be a story if you guys want for another day. But he's literally somebody who's like a random angel. It sounds dumb, but I call them street angels. They're just like random people that you would never ever think are actual angels because of maybe their lifestyle or how they look. But he was like one of those people. And I called him and he was like, sure, I'll come get you, of course, I'll be right there. So he came down and he just walks right in the hospital and I'm still sitting like waiting. And he's like, hey, Ashley. And then the tech kind of freaks out and she's like, Ashley, who is this? Well, I thought you were calling your dad. And I was like, uh-oh. And then, so I was like, run. And so then I just got up and ran. And she wasn't going to chase me. I don't think she even got paid that much to chase me. So we just ran to the car and we jumped in, and I don't even know where I went or what I did. I'm sure it wasn't good, whatever I did, because like I told you guys, in that time of my life, I'm not proud of it at all. I don't make these videos to brag or anything like that. I just want to share my life story because I feel like it's an interesting story and I'm trying to make a comeback. But yeah, what happened after that, though? Of course, they didn't just let it go. You can't just escape from a mental hospital when the psychiatrist is willing to Baker Act you and expect nothing. So, the place where I was living at the time, they had that address on file, and they came to the door. It was like somebody from court. I forget the actual terminology that they used, but they were like, yeah, we're from the court, we're looking for Ashley. And my roommate at the time, he was like, there's no Ashley here, and I don't know anyone named Ashley, so yeah. And they just, they accepted that, and that's all that happened. Nobody came after me after that. They did come after me that one time and asked for me, but he just said, I wasn't here, and nobody like that ever lived here. And that's all that happened. But that is the end of my weird story. I have actually escaped from a mental hospital twice. I don't make this to brag. I just want to share this to show how far I've come from mental hospitals and breaking out of mental hospitals. I was in a mental hospital every 3 months. Like, my life is just in shambles, and I do have good news I want to share real quick. I have a job interview tomorrow. I'm so nervous, but we'll film a video for you guys showing like me getting ready and me going to the interview. Not obviously the interview, but yeah, I'll definitely update you guys tomorrow. But I hope you liked my unhinged story about escaping from the mental hospital for a second time. Anyway, I love you, angels. Bye.